happy on that side.
We are live.
We are live. Okay, we got to remember to look right there.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome Kentucky, Tennessee. This is our first live kickoff, Facebook live kickoff for tonight. So if you are present with us, do a shout out so that we know if we are able to read and see the messages, as well as make sure that you guys can hear us. So Kendi, what are we doing? Are you setting a timer?
Yes, I am setting a timer because every 5 minutes during this live, we are going to pick a lucky winner that is live tonight.
Well, we should wait until we get everybody on, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'll set it for 7 minutes.
All right. So let's introduce ourselves. I am Colleen.
I am Kendi.
This is Kendi. She's our summer intern. And Maddie will be in the background very soon. She actually, very exciting, is joining drove in crazy today from Arizona. So she is going to be screaming in shortly. I don't know if we'll get her on camera or not. If you are watching us, oh, there we go. We got somebody, so we know they're working. Sometimes with Facebook, the chat doesn't always work. Okay, so Kendi, what are we doing tonight? You're in charge of the agenda.
I thought you were in charge of the agenda. Well, I know that we are going to be giving out some lucky prizes to some winners.
Yeah, so if this is your first live, well, it is if you're in Kentucky and Tennessee. So we are going to go over some important things about shop hopping, and we are going to be giving live prizes, right? And I think we should start with just giving a little background about Shop Hop Inc. and how we got to Kentucky, Tennessee.
Yeah, Colleen, would you tell me how you got started?
Kendi, I think, yeah. So in 2019, I took over I took over managing the All Iowa Shop Hop, which is going into its 14th year this year. I don't own a quilt store. I am a quilter, as is most people on our staff, but we are a marketing company. And so we started in Iowa, and we have grown since 2019. We are hosting 16 events.
18.
Well,
2026.
2026 we'll have 18 events in 33 states across the country. And we are so excited. We have a staff of somewhere between 11 and 13, depending on if you count like our contract employees that help us with things. And everybody, we have so much fun together. And basically what our goal is to keep our quilt stores around, the brick and mortar around, as long as we can, because if you're like me, I feel like you have to touch and feel the fabric in person. You just can't buy fabric online. So that's our goal. Okay, Kendi, now what?
Well, okay. I just have to say, someone from Minnesota is joining us. I know.
Yay! So we have a Minnesota shop hop. So tell us. Let's give these guys something to comment about. So first of all, tell us where you are coming from or where you're watching from tonight, and let us know if you've done or participated in any of our other shop hops across the country, and which ones.
And if you haven't, how did you hear about the All Kentucky, Tennessee
There you
shop
go.
hop?
That's a lot to talk about. So you guys get busy with that. So I think we are let's talk about the magazine. And here's where we get into why we're with you guys tonight. So most of you have probably shop hopped at some point before, whether it's a small 4 or 5 stores that get together, or a larger regional size shop hop. And ours are similar, but we have some unique, fun things that are unique to us. So Kendi, I have to get a drink. So you talk about the magazine real quick.
Well, the magazine offers a lot. Most importantly, the magazine has the passport, which is key for shop hopping.
Why is that key, Kendi?
Well, when you go to each quilt store, you need this to get your sticker, and that at the end of the shop hop, you send in the passport, and that lets us know how many stores you've been to and which regions or which areas you have finished.
Yeah, so your passport, and most people pull it out of the middle of the magazine, and you're going to collect stickers, and then you are going to send it to our office here in Iowa, and then about 2 to 3 weeks, well, about 3 weeks after the end of the hop, we are going to draw for hundreds of prizes and give those out on a live Facebook event. Now, Kendi, let's go. You started to talk about a timer.
We have
right. So
a minute left.
Oh, well, you can't tell these guys. It's supposed to be.
Not. No, I rounded up, so that's not the exact time.
Okay, so you guys want to keep commenting because when her timer goes off, the first name that we see on our list is going to win a prize. Now, we should note that it is officially, we are just a little bit early, Kendi.
I know. 5:02.
It is 6:02 your time. Okay.
I have that much time left.
It's 6:02 your time. So if you're joining us a little bit late, you either want to fast forward to catch up with us, or if you're watching this later after 6 o'clock, then you won't be able to participate with the prize winning. So again, we've asked you guys to tell us, where you're from, if you've hopped before, how you found out about us. So keep those posts going.
Should Maddie pick the winner when the time comes?
Yeah, she can certainly do that. All right. So let's talk about the benefits of the magazine. We're going to take turns. All right.
Okay.
So
what's some of your favorite things about the magazine?
Yeah, like why did they want to buy our magazine?
Okay.
And the magazine is something that's unique about our events. So you go first. What's one?
I already talked about it, but just the fact that the passport is right in the magazine.
Okay.
So it's
well, that's
convenient.
Pretty much cheating. You cannot do one that's already been talked about. So try again.
Okay. The fact that I can see very easily which stores are in which region in the passport.
Well, that's kind of true, but an even better way to know where the regions are, the stores are, is we have in the magazine, we have a couple of different maps. So,
timer.
Maddie. Our timer is gone off.
I've got let's see, it was Kelly De Sosa Riggle, and I'll write her name down.
Okay. So Kelly De Sosa Riggle. And Kendi, do you have what we're going to send her?
Yes, she is going to win a magazine.
Oh, that's exciting. Speaking of magazines, now, Kelly, if you already have purchased your magazine, no worries. You can keep this one in your sewing room and keep one in the car.
Also, if she has a spouse or someone that is also shop hopping.
A quiltsy.
Yes.
A mom, a sister, you get to give that to them. Yeah. So, Kelly, Maddie, who are you gonna?
I'll put hers up right now.
So Maddie is going to put Wendy's email up. And if any of you win tonight, what you want to do is email Wendy with your mailing address, and she will drop that in the mail to you. Okay, Kendi, I'm talking about the maps. So the only place that you can find the special maps for our hops is in the magazine. You can't find it anywhere else. So there are a couple of important maps. Right inside the beginning of the magazine is this the whole event map, and you can see that it's divided by color into different regions. And the way you earn prize entries is to visit and collect the stamps on your passport for all the stores in that region. If you then turn to one of our regional pages, and the North region starts on page 16, we have an even bigger map, and we have all of the contact information for our stores. You better be getting ready for your next one.
I know you're making it hard.
So you can find the address, you can find, well, I'll leave this one. So what else, Kendi, is unique and that is a reason that they want to buy our magazine?
I have one.
Oh, Maddie has one.
Maddie
Yes.
can't participate.
Oh, in the magazine you can also find the hours, and each month a store participates in Shop Hop Sundays possibly. So in the magazine you can also find out if they are open for that Shop Hop Sunday.
So one of the things that is unique about our Shop Hops is that we are a marketing company and our stores are independently owned businesses. So we don't dictate to them their hours of operation. But the reason that we have a 2-month time frame for our Shop Hop is so that you have time to get around to all the stores, because they aren't all open 6 to 7 days a week. Listen, they have lives, and if you know anything about today's workforce, it's hard to find employees. And the other thing about our magazine is that some stores have opened up and increased additional hours just for the Shop Hop. So the only place you're going to find those is on the regional maps page. So you'll have the regular hours if the store is doing extra Shop Hop hours, and like Kendi said, if they are participating in our Sunday events. Okay.
Before I say my next thing, we need to ask another question before the next timer goes on.
Okay. So why don't you tell us
How long they have been quilting?
Yeah. Tell us how
Yeah.
long you have been quilting, and well, you can tell us when you started, how old you were started. So, but you don't have to do both, because then we could do math and figure out what age you are. Okay. What else, Kendi, is special about the magazine?
I think one of my favorite things about the magazine is the fact that I can use it all year round, because I can figure out which stores are in the state.
Right. It is a wonderful resource, and you will find you want to keep this in your car, and you can use it as you are traveling throughout Kentucky and Tennessee and find the best stores in the state. And it's got a map, and it's got the addresses, it's got the regular hours. So
Okay, I'm gonna make a little guest appearance.
oh, Maddie
Hi,
can't help
everyone.
herself.
I'm here. Okay, so we had a hopper that asked if this is in person only. And what I love about our Shop Hops is that in a world where we are all glued to our phones and technology, this is an in-person event. So take advantage of it in person. And you guys also got a shout out for your great personalities. So and while I talk about that, why don't you guys talk about the resource
My
page?
personality is bubblier than Kendi. We got to crank her up a little. Yeah.
The
This
resource
is our
page.
first live, so we're gonna get her down.
Timer.
Okay. Oh, we have
Timer.
another timer.
Okay,
Okay.
Kat Chapman.
Okay, Maddie. Like
Oh.
maybe we want to pick one.
Well, you
No,
guys-
well, I did
Okay.
assign it to her.
Kat with a K, Chapman, who has been quilting 30 years. That is crazy. I have about 10 under my belt, I think. Okay, Kat. Oh, let's show her.
But you won a t-shirt. I have it on right now, but it is
all you have to do is email Wendy your sizes.
yes.
Okay. So
Um,
many of our stores have some fun retail commemorative items that you can purchase. The t-shirt is one. I think we also have a state square. We might have a bag. So watch for them, and they have this cute little design on the front of them.
yes.
So
And-
Kat,
sorry.
Kat should email Wendy. Make sure you
This-
give her your t-shirt
The
size.
banner at the bottom, the email that you see on the screen, just shoot her an email and
Okay, let's get back to the magazine.
oh yes.
Okay,
Okay.
what's another benefit?
Well, I went last.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said my favorite things about that you could use it all year round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can use it year round.
The resource page.
The other
Oh, the
thing
resource page.
is, yes, we have a resource page, and it is on page 44. So this is a great place if you need any services that are quilting related, like a long arm quilter, a retreat stay. Sometimes there are events like quilt shows. There are quilt guilds occasionally that you may want to join and get involved with. So this is available on the magazine. You can also check that out anytime on our website. Okay, let's see. What else, Matt? Kendi, it's your turn. We have a little cheat sheet here.
I know.
Well, patterns.
Oh, yes. the
Oh my
patterns.
gosh. Shall we do a quick shout out for a couple of these patterns that we have right here?
I'll give this one a shout out if you give this one a shout out.
Okay. So, all right. You're going to do which one?
I am going to do Smoky Mountain Memories.
Okay. So let's tell you a little bit about the projects that we feature in the magazine. Every year for every one of our events, we design a special fabric line that you can only get during the shop hop and only get from the participating stores. It often sells out. So I know that stores are pre-selling it now. You can't take it home with you, but you can buy it so that you get your hands on it. And then we have our designers make projects that you get for free. And those patterns are in the magazine. We also may have one or two that are available on our website as a free download. So Kendi, tell us about the quilt that you're looking at.
I think I'll say a little bit about this one, and then we need to come up with a question for the next prize.
Okay.
So this pattern is Smoky Mountain Memories, and it is designed and pieced by Deb Messina from Quilt Blocks. And Quilt Blocks is also a store in the All Kentucky and Tennessee. No, it is not.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
She's one of our designers.
Yes. And it is quilted by Mountain Creek Quilt Shop, which
is one of our stores.
That is one of our stores.
Yeah.
And you can find this design on page 54 and 55 of the magazine.
And it's a pretty easy, I would call this kind of a beginner quilt. It's got some flying geese on it, which is always a quilt block that is a great starter point. She has basically fussy cut the parts of the panel that feature icons, important things around Kentucky and Tennessee. And then over here on my side, we have another quilt that's done a similar thing with the icons. This quilt is called Barrel Roll. It's on page 68 and 69. It's designed and pieced by Hunter Ayers. I hope I say that right, Hunter. And it's quilted by Janet Armstrong. So hopefully you guys will be able to check those out. After you go around the shop hop, you collect all of your fabric and put them together into these quilts. We would love it if you shared it on the Facebook page.
Okay, we need a quick question.
Okay,
super quick.
So tell us what your favorite quilting technique is. Is it paper piecing, English paper piecing, oh gosh, applique? Tell us what you like the most and what kind or style of quilting that you prefer to do. Let's see, was there anything else in the magazine that we forgot to talk about? We've got, there's some articles in there. We've got store lists.
Some of our ads from our sponsors have free patterns in them.
Yes. So we have our sponsors. Timer. Okay.
You guys
quick. Let's do Bonnie Anderson. And what's Bonnie going to get, Kendi?
She is going to get a Jachtex item.
Oh,
Jachtex.
Cool. Oh, that is cute. And you know what? 4th of July is coming up. So this is a fat quarter bundle with a bunch of really pretty, I would say 4th of July fabric. So awesome. So. Okay. So Kendi, let's go into, let's talk a little bit about the passport and important rules that we have set forth, right?
Yes.
So we want this, we have thousands of people that are from Kentucky and Tennessee and surrounding states and really all over the United States that are coming into Shop Hop. And we want everybody to have so much fun. But we also want the contest to get and win prizes to be fair and equitable. So we have a few basic, really important rules that we want to make sure everybody is aware of. And they can find them where?
On the front of the passport.
So you as a participant have an obligation to read the rules and please play fair. So Kendi, what is the number one first rule?
Well, I would say the number 2 rules is to have your passport, what is it marked, mailed by? Is it the 4th?
It is the 3rd or 4th. It's the 3rd of September. You're going to send that into us.
It needs to be post-marketed no later than that. And the second, both, they're tied, but to not cut or share your passport in any way.
Right. I would say the most number one thing is, in order to get your stamp, you must have your name written on your
Yes.
passport. Our stores are not allowed to give you a sticker unless your name is on here. Now, I would go ahead and fill out all of your information so that it's done and you don't forget to do that when you send your passport in. But at the very minimum, put your name and phone number on here because we have passports being left behind all of the time. So that is the number one first rule.
I know in the countdown on Facebook, there will be countdown posts before the shop hop. And I know in the reminders there, we remind you again to make sure that your passport is filled out.
Okay, so let's see, what is, you must be present to get your sticker. So if your mom is ill, your bestie has to work, or your husband happens to be driving through town, they can't get the sticker for you, or you can't get it for your mom. So they have to be present. The good news is you have 2 months. So if your friend has to work when you are going to go hop, or your mom doesn't feel well, hopefully it won't take her 2 months to feel better. So you can only get the sticker if you are present to do so. And you can't have a friend or your husband take it into the store to get it stamped for you. Okay?
We need to come up with one more question. Last question.
Okay, so tell us, well, Kira is here and she's late and super excited. So
Oh,
Kira, I hope that you know what time it is. And if it is not 6:18 your time, fast forward so you get to us live.
oh yes, yeah.
Okay, so
I want to know if they've started planning for the shop hop. Like if they've started.
Maddie wants to know if you have started planning for the shop
Ooh.
hop. So tell us who you're planning to hop with. Do you have like family or friends? Are you going to go by yourself?
Do you have a route scheduled already?
Yeah.
Snacks picked out.
Oh,
Ooh.
snacks.
Projects planned out.
Shop hopping
Any
is
items
always,
you need.
yep, and it's always more fun with more people. So yeah, so tell us that. And let's see, is there anything else? The other thing is only one passport per person. So we have lots of hoppers who purchase 2 magazines, one to keep nice in their sewing room and to keep it as a the collector's item. And then the other that they might keep in their store, in their car as they're driving around. But even if you purchase 2 magazines, you can only get 1 stamp on 1 passport.
Maddie.
Okay. So, Kendi, it's your turn.
Oh,
you
my
get to
turn?
pick one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pick
Oh my gosh, she's
this one.
well. Okay, don't hover over.
I
it.
know
You
that's
gotta-
a problem.
Just call it out.
Missy, how would you say it?
I don't
Missy
know. That's
Freaking.
your first test.
Freaking.
That's your first test
I
as
know,
an intern.
I
You
know.
have to be able to pronounce names.
I have to turn off this alarm. But
So if
Missy,
you guys have ever seen us during one of our live prize drawings, We are so not newscasters because we get names of people and towns all mixed
I
up.
think
so.
newscasters get more rehearsal too.
I think they do. I think there's a class that teaches them how to pronounce it.
What did Missy
So,
win?
yeah, what did she
Oh.
win?
She won a Yazzie item.
Ooh.
Yazzie bag.
She won a 2-piece pouch. Right.
It stepped right
I
in
know.
front of me.
I know, I'm sorry. But it is a purple 2-piece pouch. There is a zipper on the front and the back.
She said that you said it perfectly, and thank you. So excited to win a prize.
So let me tell you about Yazzie. She is an awesome sponsor. We could not do these events without our industry sponsors. And so you'll find them throughout the magazine. You'll see ads, you'll see lists. They donate prizes. They, by advertising to make the magazine, make it us able to print it. So we always ask our hoppers, when you have a chance, vote with your checkbook and try to honor our sponsors and purchase items from them. Okay, let's see. I feel like we were
You're just about done. No cutting, no photocopies.
no photocopies.
Yeah.
You cannot I think really that those are the most important ones. And then as Kendi said first, your passport is mailed to Iowa. There is an address right there on it. And you will have to have that postmarked by September 3rd.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. We've already talked about the projects. And so is there any
prize entries and the different
the way that we can, okay, we could talk real quick about that.
super quick.
So I mentioned earlier, do you want to tell them about the regional prizes?
Yes, well, we have a lot of different prize options, but the regional prizes, each region that you go to, the state is sectioned off. But if you go to all of the quilt stores in that region, then you get entered into that regional prize. And we have 5 different regions that you can go to.
And if you want to know what prizes you could win, if you go to pages 9, 10, and 11, there is a list. So the first page on page 9 is a list of all of the prizes that are available by region. And on page 10, we have big ticket items, the grand prize, the halfway prize. And then we have on page 11, what we call regional grand prizes. And those are special prizes that some of our stores and our sponsors have donated. So there are a ton of great things for you to be able to win. So check that out. The other thing that I always like to talk about is our hops are definitely king sized, but we don't want that to intimidate you. If it's on your bucket list this year or next year to say, I'm going to take some extra time and I'm going to visit every store on the Shop Hop, that's awesome. But the majority of our hoppers don't do that. And we don't want to stress you out. Pick a region. Pick 2 regions, pick 5 stores. We have a prize level that you can participate. If you just visit 5 stores anywhere in the state, you can turn your passport in and qualify to win a prize. So we just want you to do you. And we want you to be comfortable and do what you can manage and what you can afford and just have fun. I think when you go on the Shop Hop, whether you live in Kentucky or Tennessee all the time, it's a great way to not only check out, be inspired, meet some great stores, but you're going to see and experience parts of Kentucky, Tennessee that you may have never been before. And we hear that a lot from our shop hoppers, that sometimes is one of their favorite things, as a side note. So anything else that you want to cover?
I kind of want to show that the shirt is
we have a special guest star.
Come on,
Adrian.
Come on.
No, you put it on.
Look at
it looks on.
He hasn't started quilting yet, but look at him. He's on the road. He's got the swag and he's ready to hop. Now, we do have a lot of spouses who are quilters. Adrian, do you have any desire to start
You'll
quilting.
be on the All Iowa Shop Hop later this month, won't you?
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hop in Iowa.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's
Yeah.
news to me.
But do you
Heck
want to
yeah.
learn how to sew and quilt?
I
We could
enjoy
hook you up
watching
with
you
that.
guys so much. Yeah.
I think one night you ran a seam ripper.
He did. He sewed a little bit too.
I have done it. Yeah.
What about the
And
page?
you
I don't
sewed a
have the
straight line?
patience or the
We have
expertise to do a whole quilt on my own.
Somebody said that the t-shirt looks so good on YouTube that they want to know where they can get the t-shirts from and
Oh.
all of the commemorative items.
Well, you go, intern.
If you visit our website in the top right-hand corner, there is a buy button.
No,
And- not
no,
there?
not
Oh.
on our website. This year's
Oh.
garb is only found at our participating stores.
Oh,
Now, not
Yes.
all stores will have them, so you might have to do a little scavenger hunting.
And when you see it,
to
you should
find
get
them.
it.
Yes, when you
Yes.
see them, you should get them. And so I was, oh gosh, we also have Toby, the visiting dog, in here. We're being distracted here tonight. So anyway, we will let you guys get back to your evening. Thanks for the guest appearance, Toby and Adrian.
Yes,
Same time
thank you.
next week.
join us next week.
Yep. So we will be here next week. We'll have more prizes. We're going to have more fun information. So set a calendar reminder for that, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we usually take somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how many guest stars we have pop in. So, okay, get your route planned. You guys have a great evening, and thanks for joining us.